A woman is like a tea bag. You never know how strong it is until it's in hot water. People grow through experience if they meet life honestly and courageously. This is how character is built. I believe that anyone can conquer fear by doing the things he fears to do. Courage is exhilarating. We do not have to become heroes overnight, just a step at a time, meeting each thing that comes up. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. Every time you meet a situation, you think at the time it is an impossibility. Once you have met it and lived through it, you find that forever after you are freer than you were before. Do one thing every day that scares you. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. I have never felt that anything really mattered but knowing that you stood for the things in which you believed and had done the very best you could. A stumbling block to the pessimist is a stepping stone to the optimist. Do what you feel in your heart to be right, for you'll be criticized anyway. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. What could we accomplish if we knew we could not fail? It takes as much energy to wish as it does to plan. The purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost. Life was meant to be lived, and curiosity must be kept alive. Do not stop thinking of life as an adventure. It takes courage to love. We are afraid to care too much for fear that the other person does not care at all. The giving of love is an education in itself. Many people will walk in and out of your life, but only true friends will leave footprints in your heart. In all our contacts, it is probably the sense of being really needed and wanted which gives us the greatest satisfaction. Friendship with oneself is all important because without it, one cannot be friends with anyone else in the world. No matter how plain a woman may be, if truth and honesty are written across her face, she will be beautiful. Character building begins in our infancy and continues until death. Beautiful young people are accidents of nature, but beautiful old people are works of art. To handle yourself, use your head. To handle others, use your heart. It is not fair to ask of others what you are not willing to do yourself. You can often change your circumstances by changing your attitude. There are no have-tos, just choices. I am who I am today because of the choices I made yesterday. In the long run, we shape our lives and we shape ourselves. Remember always that you have not only the right to be an individual, you have an obligation to be one. It is a brave thing to have courage to be an individual. It is also perhaps a lonely thing. It's your life, but only if you make it so. Never mistake knowledge for wisdom. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. All of life is a constant education. I think, at a child's birth, if a mother could ask a fairy godmother to endow it with the most useful gift, that gift would be curiosity. One thing life has taught me, if you are interested, you never have to look for new interests. Never be bored, and you will never be boring. Work is always an antidote to depression. When you cease to make a contribution, you begin to die. As for accomplishments, I just did what I had to do as things came along. A mature person is one who does not think only in absolutes, who is able to be objective even when deeply stirred emotionally, who has learned that there is both good and bad in all people and in all things, and who walks humbly and deals charitably with the circumstances of life, knowing that in this world no one is all-knowing, and therefore all of us need both love and charity. No one won the last war, and no one will win the next war. It isn't enough to talk about peace. One must believe in it. And it isn't enough to believe in it. One must work at it. When will our consciences grow so tender that we will act to prevent human misery rather than avenge it? Freedom makes a huge requirement of every human being. With freedom comes responsibility. For the person who is unwilling to grow up, the person who does not want to carry his own weight, this is a frightening prospect. No one can make you feel inferior without your permission. You always admire what you really don't understand. Be confident, not certain. With the new day comes new strength and new thoughts. Happiness is not a goal, it's a byproduct of a life well lived. Today is the oldest you've ever been and the youngest you'll ever be again. Eleanor Roosevelt was a transformative leader, activist, and thinker whose influence extended far beyond her role as First Lady. She championed human rights and women's empowerment, serving as a delegate to the United Nations and helping draft the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. She traveled widely, giving voice to the underserved and encouraging civic engagement, education, and social reform. At the same time, she believed in the power of personal responsibility, courage, and integrity, teaching that individuals shape their own lives through conscious choices and by facing fear with determination. Eleanor Roosevelt emphasized lifelong learning, curiosity, and the importance of meaningful contribution, showing that leadership and fulfillment come from both action and character. Her legacy endures as a guide to living boldly and upholding principles that inspire generations.